The time is 8 o'clock. You're listening to JFM 95.5, Jejelaye Garden City of Ogbora Road, Shaki, Oyo State, Nigeria. Many thanks for joining us. Good morning. Here is the hot news. I am Aminat Olayinka. Buhari talks tough. APC, ACF condemn ex-Jonathan's aide killing. The President, Major General Muhammad Buhari, retired yesterday, said his regime would ensure that those who killed a chieftain of the ruling All Progressive Congress, Ahmed Gulag, were brought to justice. Buhari spoke in a statement by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, titled President Muhammad Buhari expresses outrage, sadness over Gulag's murder. Gulag, a former special advisor on political matters to former President Goodluck Jonathan, was killed in Owerri, Imo State, yesterday. Sources said he was ambushed while on his way to the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport. Buhari talks tough. APC, ACF condemn ex-Jonathan's aide killing. Ministers rescues handball team from missing Nations Cup. The quick intervention of the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dari, has rescued the women's national handball team from missing participation at the Nations Cup in Cameroon as delayed funding threatened their build-up. Dari on May the 5th visited the team at the Abuja camp in the company of the head of the HFN Caretaker Committee, Sam Ocheo, where he charged them to ensure they pick one of the World Cup slots allocated to Africa with an assurance to make funds available. An elated Ocheo thanked the minister for coming to the team's aid. We are grateful to the minister for making good his promise to provide funds for the Nations Cup, although the money was approved by the minister, but the process of getting it released was getting tough. Ministers rescue handball team from missing Nations Cup. Buhari to inaugurate Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge, June the 10th. President Muhammad Buhari will inaugurate the Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge project on June the 10th. Information and Culture Minister Lai Muhammad has said. The minister announced this yesterday during a joint inspection of the project with Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi. Muhammad told reporters at the Wole Soyinka railway station in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, that the inspection was meant to ensure that everything is in place ahead of the ceremony. He said, tentatively, the Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge will be inaugurated on June the 10th. What the Honorable Minister is doing is to ensure that all the E's are dotted and the T's are crossed before June the 10th. Buhari to inaugurate Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge, June the 10th. Gulak's murder. Fiancé blames Buhari, says his national mishap, Jonah in Nigerian's boat. Former governor of Ekiti, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, has today berated President Muhammadu Buhari over the gruesome killing of ex-political advisor to erstwhile President Goodluck Jonathan, Alhaji Ahmed Gulak in Owerri, Imo State. Gulak was killed in the early hours of Sunday, shortly after he left his hotel and was set to head into the Sam Mbakwe airport to connect with a flight back to his destination. Recall newsmen had reported that the indigenous people of Biafra had issued a sit-at-home order to honor Biafran soldiers and civilians killed during civil war of 1966. Gulak's murder, Fiancé blames Buhari, says his national mishap, Jonah in Nigerian's boat. (2023) Drop amendments give Nigerians new constitution, Southern Middle Belt leaders. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum yesterday insisted that what the country needs urgently is a new constitution and not an amendment to the current one. The forum described the current attempt to amend the 1999 constitution by the National Assembly as fraudulent. The leaders also warned that failure to restructure the country might lead to Nigerians' disintegration. The SMBLF, which comprises of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization Afenifere, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, and the Middle Belt Forum, met at the Gladi Kwali Hall of Sheraton Hotels and Towers in Abuja. 2023 Drop amendments give Nigerians new constitution, Southern Middle Belt leader says. Nags government, address our demands or risk another strike. The National Association of Resident Doctors has threatened to resume another strike should the federal and state governments fail to address the demands of their members across the country within 2 weeks. The union expressed concerns particularly over the conditions of its members in Abia and Imo State, saying they were being owed up to 21 months' salary arrears. In a communique issued after its 41st Ordinary General Meeting in Nnewi, Awka, Anambra State, and read by its national president, Dr. Uyilawa, NAD said the strike was suspended following the government's premises in the memorandum of action signed at the instance of the Labour and Employment Minister Chris Ngige on April the 9th, 2021. NATO government address our demand or risk another strike. Also to engage with federal government, says ex-president. Immediate past president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Prof. Biodun Ogunyemi, has said the union will continue to engage the federal government on the union's demand and academic issues. The federal government is yet to fulfill some of its agreements with the union after it called off its last strike. Ogunyemi, who handed over to a new national president, Prof. Emmanuel Osodeke, yesterday said his successor would continue the union's mission from where it stopped. In an interview with newsmen on phone, Ogunyemi said, "My successor was among the last national officers of the union, and he knows every bit of our outstanding mission. We have issues with government, and they have not fully resolved, like you said." Also to engage with federal government, says ex-president. AMCON task asset partners on 5 trillion naira debt recovery. The Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria has tasked its asset management partners to ensure speedy recovery of 5 trillion naira debt being owned by the corporation. Speaking at a two-day training for AMPs in Lagos, AMCON Managing Director and CEO Ahmed Kuru described the initiative as a major tool in the recovery effort of the corporation and key to its success. He said the AMP scheme currently has 6,000 eligible bank assets at different stages of the resolution and about 3,000 matters in various courts across the country. Through the AMPs, AMCON said it is essential that each of the cases is properly captured as it progresses in the courts. AMCON tasked asset partners on 5 trillion naira debt recovery. University workers demand licensed guns to secure tertiary institutions. Non-teaching workers of public university have expressed worry about the growing rate of insecurity in tertiary institutions across the country. The workers under the aegis of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities expressed the fear that nobody, including its members, is safe anymore. They urge the federal government to approve the use of guns for security of campuses to protect their workers and students. SSANU spoke through its national president Muhammad Haruna after its National Executive Council meeting in Abuja at the weekend. Varsity workers demand licensed guns to secure tertiary institutions. State Bank on PPP project as cash crunch bites other. Many state governments have started reducing their overhead costs as part of measures aimed at addressing the dwindling funds from the Federation account. State officials who disclosed this in separate interviews with newsmen yesterday ruled out sacking workers or slashing salaries in order to reduce the state wage bills. Some of them also said that the government had embarked on the private-public partnership to finance capital projects that had the potential of yielding revenue. The official said states that had yet to start the PPP were also planning to embrace it to finance projects. State Bank on PPP projects as cash crunch bites other. Stop running around. Abuja can make you Rivers Governor Nwike. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Nwike has vowed to resist any cabal within and outside the state contemplating to force his successor on residents come 2023, while urging Christian leaders in the state to pray for a rancor-free transition ahead of the 2023 general poll. The governor declared that he had not anointed anyone to succeed him in office. Nwike stated this at a special Thanksgiving service in commemoration of the second anniversary of the second tenure of his administration at the St. Paul's Cathedral, Diobu, Port Harcourt yesterday. He said, and I quote, "Let me say it again, I have never sat with anybody to say I will make you governor, but as a governor, nobody from anywhere, be it in the party in Abuja, will impose who will be the candidate of PDP in Rivers State. Stop running around. Abuja can't make you Rivers Governor Nwike." Suspected herdsmen raid Ebonyi, Benue, Enugu communities kill 46. Suspected herdsmen yesterday attacked some Ebonyi communities, killing at least 30 persons. This is just as 12 people were reportedly killed in attack on several communities in Ado local government area of Benue State by people suspected to be herdsmen. In Ebonyi State, it was gathered that the gunmen attacked Odoke in the Obasi and Obakotara communities in the Ebonyi local government area. Sources in the area said the gunmen arrived at the communities around 3 a.m. yesterday. Suspected herdsmen raid Ebonyi, Benue, Enugu communities, killed 46. CBN Digital Currency Initiative gets support. The plan by the Central Bank of Nigeria to launch a digital currency in the country has been described by experts as a welcome development. The CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, disclosed last week that digital currency would be introduced in the country. "We are committed in the CBN, and I can assure everybody that digital currency will come to life, even in Nigeria," he said. The head of Economics Department, Pan-Atlantic University Lagos, Dr. Olalekan Aworide, said, "When you have a digital currency in place, the implication is we would use less of the naira, particularly because of improved financial transactions. If people do not demand the naira, its value is likely to reduce." CBN Digital Currency Initiative gets support. Lagos APC primary. Aggrieved aspirants should go to appeal panel. The Lagos State chapter of the ruling All Progressive Congress yesterday urged aggrieved local government aspirants to approach the party's appeal committee to resolve their grievance. In a statement by its publicity secretary, Seye Oladejo, APC said the statewide exercise witnessed a large turnout of members who cast their votes for preferred aspirants through the open secret ballot mode as stipulated by the guidelines. He further said, and I quote, "We acknowledge with regret the reported few cases of skirmishes In a few words, with the attendant fallout, we empathize with the victims of the unfortunate incident. While we await the formal report of the electoral officials, we wish to admonish the security agencies to conduct thorough investigation to bring the culprit to book and maintain law and order. Lagos APC primary. Aggrieved aspirants should go to appeal panel. Police arrest suspected killers of Gulag, kill 3 in gun battle. Police Commissioner in Imo, Abutu Yaro, says operatives of the command have arrested suspected killers of Mr. Ahmed Gulag, former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, on the state yesterday. The CP confirmed this in a press statement issued to the newsmen yesterday and signed on his behalf by the command's spokesperson, SP Bala Alkana. He said the command acted on credible information before rounding up the assailants in Afo and Yogugu Mbaise. Police arrest suspected killers of Gulag, kill 3 in gun battle. COVID-19. NCDC record 156,558 discharged at May 30. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control says one person has been discharged yesterday after recovering from COVID-19, bringing the total amount of discharged cases to 156,558. The NCDC confirmed the new recovery in its latest update via its official website yesterday. It also reported 30 new additional COVID-19 infections in 3 states. The agency said that the country also reported 0 deaths linked to this disease in the past 24 hours. It said that while the case counts had continued to creep down throughout the week, adding it is getting closer to dropping below 30. COVID-19. NCDC record 156,558 discharges at May 30. "119 passengers from high-risk countries refuse isolation," says Lagos. The Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, has raised the alarm that 119 passengers from high-risk countries have refused to be isolated after coming back into the country. Abayomi, in a statement yesterday, appealed to the families of those who refused to be isolated to return them for testing. He said, since the commencement of the new guidelines and the ban on non-Nigerians traveling from 3 countries, India, Brazil, and Turkey, into Nigeria, Lagos State has recorded 568 inbound passengers who have been permitted to enter Nigeria from these 3 countries. We have isolated 433 passengers in our various accredited hotels and facilities. 662 are in isolation and 154 passengers have been discharged with a negative COVID-19 test. 119 passengers from high-risk countries refuse isolation, says Lagos. Dari congratulates brilliant broom. Minister of Youth and Sport Development Sunday Dari believed the breathtaking performance of Essay Broom at the Chula Vista Festival, where she shattered Chioma Ajowan's African and Nigerian records, would propel her to excel at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. The minister said, "Congratulations to Essay Broom for her impressive performances at the San Diego Chula Vista Festival. She was simply fantastic, cool, confident, and composed. Her performance was not only fantastic, but a good motivation for others as Team Nigeria continues the build-up to the Tokyo Olympics. This feat would send the right signal to the world that Nigerian athletes mean business and would not be pushovers at the Olympics." Dari congratulates brilliant broom. And that was the hot news from the beautiful studios of JFM 95.5, Jejelaye Garden City of Ogboro Road, Shaki, Oyo State, Nigeria. Many thanks for your time and attention. Good morning. My name is Aminat Olayinka.